Welcome once again to Breakfast Central. The Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria said the price of premium motor spirit, popularly known as petrol, would continue to increase as long as the US dollar rose in foreign exchange market. Chinedu, the national president of IPMAN, disclosed this to Daily Post exclusively while reacting to speculation of further fuel pump hikes. The IPMAN boss noted that fuel price will continue to soar if the dollar keeps rising in the forex market. In his words, Nigerians should understand that with fuel subsidy removal, the government is no longer determining the pump prices, but the market forces. The product is bought in dollars, and the dollar is around 890 naira to the dollar now. As the dollar climbs, of course, fuel pump prices will continue to go up, I beg your pardon. We're now joined by the National Public Relations Officer of IPMAN, Chinedu Ukadike, who, of course, will break this down for us. Good morning, Mr. Ukadike. Thanks for joining us.
And good morning, Nigerians.
Great to have you. Well, a lot of Nigerians are not very happy with you or your body at this point. But help us break this down. We understand, of course, it's pretty easy to understand the whole idea concerning, as much as the dollar and naira continues to depreciate. Pump price will, of course, continue to increase. But help us understand, the breakdown of how we have gotten to the current price and what the likely, increase might be.
Okay, thank you very much. I want to use this opportunity to apologize to Nigerians that the current situation we are facing is not actually the making of Independent Marketers Association of Nigeria. That the Independent Marketers Association of Nigeria is garbage out. And the issue of subsidy removal is something that has to do with the economy of the country. And the president, in his inaugural speech, made it very, very clear that subsidy should go so that some of these illicit trade and unnecessary huge investment in subsidy payments will also be removed so that Nigeria can face reality. And most importantly, it is also pertinent to note at this particular point in time that Nigeria is heavily dependent on importation of petroleum products. And if it's that means that a lot of naira will be chasing few dollars because the economy is primarily driven by transportation and petroleum product, domestic petroleum consumption of petroleum products. So it is very, very important that Nigerians should understand that there is no more benchmark or the differential in terms of foreign exchange. So the foreign exchange now is parallel on both the black market and the banks and the CBN. So Nigerian is importing virtually almost all the commodities, even local commodities being consumed in the country. So it does not only relate on petroleum products, it also relates on other goods and services. So it means that investment and also consumptions are all chasing dollar naira exchange. So petroleum is maybe takes like 60% of it or 40% of it thereabout, while other commodities, manufacturing commodities or articles or furniture and the rest of them also take other part of the dollar naira exchange. So as far as importers continue to look for naira or search for naira,
Mr. Ukadike,
import their product.
Mr. Ukadike, I think these parts are pretty clear. Might be a hard pill to swallow for Nigerians, but it's a pretty decent explanation as to why it's likely to continue to increase. What I'm asking is, if you can give us like a quick breakdown of how we have gotten to the current price of petrol, and the chance, and of course, the likely prices that we might be looking at in the future.
That's what I'm just trying to let you know. is that it is not actually petrol that has sold the naira. No, it is not actually petrol. Petrol is part of what has sold the naira. Other commodities are also imported, and you can also find out that most of those commodities are going higher. Some of the commodities you are using in this country are going higher. Every place there is high inflation. So it is not only petrol, because when you center it as if it's only petrol, no, we are importing other commodities now in the country. So that is what I'm trying to let you know, that even those commodities will also affect the naira dollar exchange, and it also affect petroleum, whether it's directly on petroleum or not. So now that the naira dollar exchange has gotten to 910 naira or 890 naira to a dollar, it also means that the landed cost of petroleum products in Nigeria will also go high. If the dollar goes down, the landing cost will go down. So that is the issue. So once the dollar is keep on going up, the landing cost of petroleum products in Nigeria will continue to soar up.
Unfortunately,
so it's a very simple mathematics, because one, the TMD also said that the purchasing power of naira will definitely affect importation of petroleum products, which is correct, and it's happening now.
All right. In May, as at May, we were buying fuel for 185 naira. Now we're in August, and there are projections for it to get to as high as 750 naira or more, depending on what the exchange rate is saying. There's also, part of the struggles right now. I mean, that's going to affect every area of the Nigerian life and the cost of living. Another concern is as regards the availability of the product. Is that something that we're also expected to see? What we do see, that is the routine, is that there then is a huge level of scarcity, such that not only is it expensive to access, but it's also very difficult to assess. There is scarcity. Is that something that we should expect as well?
Yeah, even for us, the independent marketers, it's not also easy for us at all. This product, as we are buying 185 naira, with the independent marketers, we are buying the product at 8,100,000. We are buying the product at 6 million something, from 6 million to 8,100,000 for 5,000 liters. Now, we are buying this product at 25,500,000 and for something naira, 500 naira. So it is very, very huge financial distance for us. And it's becoming so difficult. So now you will find out that the business in independent marketers filling stations are not progressive, because we cannot be able to sell even for 1,000 liters a day. People are mindful of consumption of petroleum products. There are few cars in the streets. So it is when the cars are many that we the independent marketers we can smile to the bank. But this time around, it's so difficult. We cannot be able to source fund, because the fund we use in buying this product is so too much that we cannot be able to borrow it from the bank and be able to pay bank interest and pay our workers. And still, there is no return on investment, because the product, we're no longer selling the product the way we used to sell the product now. So the issue of scarcity is gone. Most of the neighboring countries that normally come to this smuggled product out of this country, it's no longer, they're no longer coming. So there's serious reduction of petroleum product distribution as far as this regime is concerned. So the volume has come down so low. The business is more capital intensive than before. So it is not easy for the independent marketers as well. So most of the filling stations in the near future, if care is not taken, will follow that. And so many people are now going to LPG and CNG. Most of the small scale industries in the country now are now using the gas, LPG, to be able to run their business.
Yeah. All right.
So that is the problem we are facing.
All right, Mr. Ukadike, also help us understand, and the question I was asking before was that if you could help Nigerians, understand, a breakdown of the figures, what is the landing cost, what are the freight prices, what is the Nigerian Ports Authority taking, those things, so that we can understand how we've gotten to the current price and what we're looking at, in the, going forward. But I also want you to clarify, with regards who is currently importing, who are the major marketers that are importing petrol now. Are you still buying petrol from the NNPC, or are independent marketers now being able to import petrol into Nigeria by themselves?
Yeah, let me take the last question first. We have not been issued the license, although the process is still going on. And the NNPC has also issued some licenses to some company which they are also trying to source both the dollar and the product outside the international. But other marketers has also imported product into this country. And as I'm talking to you now, NNPC is the major suppliers of petroleum products. NNPC Limited is the major suppliers of petroleum products to independent marketers. So once they change their price, you see automatically everybody changes their price. There's no competition in terms of importation of petroleum products now. The market was deregularized so that people can be able to, the competition can be able to tame the market. But for now, it's so difficult for some people to even source dollar. $17 million is not easy to go about here and there. So it's not very easy for people to be able to source dollar to be able to buy this petroleum product. But I also believe that with time, both of these bottlenecks will clear and the real competition will start when the refineries who will be able to regulate the production of petroleum products will set in. So it is not in the hands of independent marketers for now to be able to determine the coastal arrival of PMS as this particular moment, because we have not started importing our own. We are still dependent on whatever NNPCL will be able to give to us at any particular point in time, and the price they set in their quota. Currently now the price they set in their quota is 545.7 naira, and that relates to almost 25.something million naira for 45,000 liters of petrol. And any moment from now, we're also expecting a price increase in their quota because they have already adjusted some of the pump prices to 600 and something naira now.
All right, so I'm sure that you would agree that we never, or I don't know if you do agree, but a number of Nigerians did not foresee that the day would come when we would buy fuel for 619 naira to the liter. Now we're hearing that it has the potential to increase. I'd like you to give us specifics as to when exactly the new prices will, would kick off as quickly as possible, and projections for the next coming months as quickly as possible.
Well, we are very hopeful that the Dangote refinery will come up on steam, and that will bring a little bit support to Nigerians, because once the Dangote refinery comes up on steam, the issue of logistics, the issue of vessel charges, and all the rest of them, this issue of the massa, the issue of pattern and this thing will be taken care of. Some of those little bottleneck charges will be taken care of,
right,
and the product will come down very low. And we're also anticipating that the Port-Harcourt refinery will come up still by December, as promised to us by the federal government and some other refineries in the country. We're also optimistic that the government should look at the modular refineries to be able to support some of these big defunct refineries, so that petroleum products. That the issue of the regulation is that there must be market, there must be competition in the industry, whereby marketers will have choices of going to buy petroleum products or load their products from different depots at any particular point in time.
All right, Mr. Ukadike, we unfortunately would have to wrap up the conversation now, but we thank you for joining us and giving us a clear understanding of what's going on as regards the increase in the fuel prices and the role that IPMAN may or may not have played in this. Thank you so much for your time with us this morning.
Thank you.
All right.